We want to thank you for joining us for the News 12 Fastcast at 8 p.m. on WRDW+. I'm Ashley Campbell. A home explosion in Trenton so powerful it shook nearby homes. You're taking a look at photos that show all that remains, essentially down to the foundation. A witness telling us that the explosion happened around 4 this afternoon on S.E. Diggs Road in Trenton, and that's not far from Douglas Elementary School. Your Ethan Hunter got to the scene a couple of hours ago. He joins us now live. And Ethan, I know it's dark right now, so we don't really have a good look, but you were there when there was some daylight. So what can you tell us since what's been going on since you've been there?
Yeah, well, there was a very large presence here from all kinds of law enforcement, from Edgefield County Sheriff to Edgefield Fire, EMS, Trenton Fire and Trenton Police Department, Trenton EMS, excuse me. They all were here, and there was a huge response to this fire, which, as you can see behind me, there's not a whole lot left of this house that burned here on Airport Road and S.E. Diggs Road. It turns into one road turns into the other, like right about where we're standing. So that's where we are. And I had talked to a lot of neighbors who said that it was an original explosion, one big boom that kind of, everybody who I talked to thought that it was their own home. That's how loud it was around this area. They all rattled the walls and the floors that they were sitting and standing on, and they all thought that it was their own home. Then later, once they got out to investigate, they saw flames completely engulfing this house behind me, which I'll have you take a better look at if you can. I know it is dark, but there's almost nothing left of this home here. The right side is a little bit more standing than the left, but there's glass all over the ground that we're standing on, all out into the road and across the street, into the yards across the street. This explosion scattered parts of the house all over here. There's a window screen right by my feet around here, and there's still a little bit smoking behind me. Just one little area that's still puffing out some smoke there, but other than that, the fire department did do a great job of taming this fire down, and it was just a scene here. Very small, tight-knit community out here in Trenton, and they all were coming and just observing, checking on neighbors. Everybody was making sure that each other was okay. There were 2 people in this house when it did explode and catch on fire. I was able to speak with a man who lives right next door, and he actually walked into the flames to get the man who was standing on his back porch in the flames out. He took him on his back and walked him out. It's an incredible story. The other man had made it outside when he came up to that. So both of those people did make it out of the flames. I was told by law enforcement on the scene that they are stable. The last that they knew. Now that was a couple hours ago, so we are working to get a updated condition on them. But we are hoping that they are still stable. That is what I was told a couple hours ago. But this man who lives right next door, Tyrone Williams, an incredible story of human strength and human feat that he was able to just get in and get his neighbor out. And we have a look at that interview that I conducted with him just a couple of hours ago for you right now.
You know what, if I hadn't saw George, I would have never went in. If he would have been in there, then I don't think I would have went directly into the house. But he had made it to the back porch, and that was the furthest he could make it. And that was it. He had them froze, I guess, you know, had them went into a stage of panic himself because he was burned in the face and the hands. And so that was it. I just got him on my back, and, you know, I didn't think about all my surgeries, all my illnesses. I just got him out of there.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I'll take an extra pill lately to settle that.
and you said that you're a little dazed, but you're doing okay, you said?
Yeah, I'm still shaking because, like I said, when they first got on my back, me knowing that I had these surgeries, I thought that we both were going to, matter of fact, I told him, I said, George, we fixing to die right here. But good Lord didn't want it that way, so he got on my back and I brought him out.
Well, that's truly a heroic story. I mean, just going in there and saving your neighbor from the flames.
Yeah, and I only been here like, what, 5 months? Yeah, I've been here about 5 months. So I guess when God sent me over here, he knew all this already. And he knew he brought me over here to save George.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's an incredible story. Thank you so much for sharing. And we're here on Airport Road where, like I said, the house right next door is still smoking, still a very large odor of smoke, and still a lot of cars and fire trucks around.
I've heard that interview.
Yeah, you can hear him say it right there.
Yeah, just 30 minutes ago. And I was telling our producer for the Fastcast, I'm like, this interview and what he did is amazing. And I don't think that we can hear it enough. He is a hero, not thinking about himself and his aches and his pains, focused on just helping his neighbor. And I don't know who would be responsible for this, but he needs to be honored in some way. He is a true angel on earth, and saying that he was at the right place at the right time is a severe understatement. So yeah, this story is going on my social media, and hopefully somebody will pick it up and recognize the amazing thing that he did for his neighbor. Is there anything else that you can tell us, Ethan? I know that the neighbors, when they were coming out, they were shocked before they, came out. I mean, a boom like that, and to shake your house, that's got to be scary.
Yeah, Tyrone right next door told me as well that he thought that an airplane may have gone down in this area because they are right by the airport, just kind of behind this house here and out a ways. But he said that he thought that an airplane could have gone down. Most neighbors heard that explosion and did not leave their homes once they found out that it wasn't their homes. But for him to do that and go out and do what he did, just an incredible human story here in Trenton, South Carolina.
All right, I want to thank you for that, Ethan. I know you have been out there for a while. You're going to stay out there again, and we really do appreciate the coverage. And I know that you mentioned that there were 2 people there, and at the time you spoke with the captain, and he said that they were okay at that moment. But we don't know how they're doing right now, but we are going to work to try to find that out. Right now, I mean, there's still smoke behind you, so it may take a while. It's developing, so we'll keep you updated on air and online at WRDW.com. Again, thank you for that, Ethan.